pit stop. Not sure if you can look at these names. I am in savage with that car. And I did well in this car, this race. Which is perfect. I believe most of the action was in the back of the pack. Most of the race was pretty perfect. And yeah, had a good qualifying lap in this race. My replay am I on? I can show you. This is my onboard view. Now, unfortunately, I only have the HUD cam because camera is at the far mode before you launch the game. You have to go into a race or a time trial to fix the far camera bug. So let me just renew the broadcast camera. Yeah, you see. And it's quite a thing when you tell that this race is pretty much mental and tactical for slipstream. And before that race, my driver rating was at 21,420 with down to 4 SR. So I went into this fifth slot, and here you can see the Austrian man trying to pull a move on me, but I still hold the line. And yeah, the leader is pretty much pulling away with the Ferrari, and the Austrian man is pretty much gonna work with me. See if he can give me some bomb drive as I'm catching the field. Unfortunately, the time splits in pieces, as now the big group of cars has formed into a 7-car pile. And here I am free wide on the outside, on the inside, leaving on the right side, if I can say this. So here my spotter is saying, still car on your left, and then you're in the middle, group wide. And then things happen to you when you're free wide into the turn. So here I am, I'm already into the lead for a little bit of moment with the help of a Austrian man. And here you see the Frenchman goes into the wall. I don't know if you can see behind me, but I can show you my hood perspective view from the roof car, and you can see that there's not much of a carnage, except I don't know if you can see behind me, but this guy, he's going in reverse. I don't know what this guy was doing, but he was going in reverse. And then from the back to back, you see we're on board of the Spaniard. And I'm gonna rewind the replay. So we're gonna ride on board with the Frenchman, and yeah, he got turned basically. And here I am, just looking at my back, and I see the Frenchman closing the gap very fast, and we are going 3 wide, almost 4 wide for a minute. And take a look at the Frenchman. He collects the Austrian man. Good for him, there's no penalty. But fortunately for the Frenchman in the Ferrari, he ends up spinning and he's been claimed into the shadowings. So that's another unfortunate victim for the driving of this French country. So here I am back into the slipstream, and here I'm gonna slip behind in 7th with the Frenchman, Diffie Home. I'm not sure if you have heard this one, but as you can see, here is the 5th place car, the Russian. He's trying to put a move on, I believe, the Spaniard. And yeah, I'm just sandbagging pretty much most of the race. And I decided to lay back and trying to let the big group behind me to form a big pack. But at this point we are pretty much well away in this race, and as you can see, the Frenchman, he's now pretty much stuck in 18th, and it's pretty sure when we get to see tandem drafting and bomb draft, such as the penalty system, this race was pretty much more and more gently ever since the last race, and yeah, it's gonna be a bit of different. See, as you can see, the Australian man goes and just kisses a little bit to the wall, and here I am going on the left side, all the way to the top of the fence, almost going for loss in it, like Kyle Larson does, and we're all gonna go to the top. To the inside, or what you call it in America, and yeah, we pretty much go into this as I'm right beside of the Russian. Excuse me, pardon me. And I'm gonna get a little bit more of a tandem drafting with the Russian just in front of me, as I am having the Frenchman. Andre 76 with this Russian and the Spaniard. So we all walk in a single car file, pulling away like a bunch of bees that are screaming at you. And here I am in P6, Super GT's favorite position, and I'm pretty sure sandbagging most of the race, and I am just giving a bit of a more bomb trap, some push. But when it comes to the final corners, the push can become to shove, and even some cases wrecking, and that's not what we want into the race. And as you can see, we passed the lap car earlier, and he was probably disqualified for probably ignoring penalties. But there is a thing in this race: you can still be disqualified for pausing the game, which is unfortunate, and it's not good. And here in turn 1, will there be a wreck with the Spaniard? Hopefully nobody gets through it. And as you can see, the line pretty much, the single file tandem racing pretty much stayed at where it was. Oh, and as you can see, this guy, the Australian man, pretty much got a little bit of upset, and here I am just playing just a little bit safe, just by getting no SR down in this race. So here we are, still in P6, and here you can see this guy going in reverse. And then this guy, and here I am lifting a little bit. Here we are, going for P4 and trying to minimize our input throttle. See if we can clear a little bit of a space with the Frenchman and the Spaniard. No, actually, I'm gonna fall back into 7th position again. see if we can hope that attrition can take its toll. Can take its toll once they got into the last race. Fortunately, this was my only race of the night, so I jumped to the 5th slot to this race. And good lucky for me, because the top points for this race were pretty much 106. And so if I secure top 5 in this race, I would get pretty much a big amount of points for the Nations Cup. And here I am. Here are the Frenchmen and the Russian battling for 4th positions. And here I am right behind the back of the Spaniard. Just barely a little bit of a lifting because we know we're going to turn. And here I am, I'm trying to sandbag a little bit. Trying to avoid getting a collision with any of these cars, as anything can happen with this race. And here goes the Frenchman all the way down to the bottom. So this guy, the Russian, I don't know what happened, but he disappears like thin air. I don't know if you haven't seen this, but I can show you what happened here. So here's the Russian here. Here it is. He's in 6th position. Here it is. And then here it comes here. And then he probably has his light beams here. And then he disappears like thin air. Suddenly he's just vanished into the round. Like nothing happens. So here we are, and there's the Austrian, and then here's a little bit of a upset with me, and then here I get no penalty, which is good news. And here the Lamborghini in front, the Austrian, he's in the lead, and he's got the Frenchman. There's gonna be a little bit of a contact between him and the Frenchman. And then I'm gonna get into the back of the Spaniard, losing a bit of a momentum, and therefore. And here we are back again. So here's the Australian man. He's trying to get a little bit of it. There's the Frenchman. He's trying to get it to the rear and the inside, and then there's contact, sending the Spaniard into the shadow realms. As you can see, he's spinning into the shadow realms. And then I'm gonna come on in P5 with quite a great results. So that's a good race, turning into a good results from starting in P7 and then ended up resulting in a P5. So pretty much a good race. Pretty much turns into something great. Let me just turn these, and pretty much sure I'm gonna upload this race. Fortunately, I still have the live view. I have captured the live view from yesterday's race. And the good news is we're probably going to be in a good fashion with this. And yeah, this was pretty much retakes for you. And hopefully we get to see more of these FI Manufacturers Cup and the Nations Cup race later on the bottom split account, since me and Ryodu are pretty much sharing the stream together. He does broadcast his own splits because Daredevil streams has to start in the back. And yeah, you saw him streaming the first race of the Nations Cup, and it was pretty much chaotic. Although it was not that pretty pathetic chaos. But just a quick note, this race was pretty much pretty interesting and very, very costly on bottom split drivers, as this race turns into a carnage into the big ones, as more than 6 cars in one of these replays. When I looked up at one of these replay races, there was literally 7 cars taken out of turn 4 on the last lap. And multiple of these guys went into the realm, and 2 guys went into the pits. We all remember back in July what this race could bring. And in October, when the day race happened, the penalty system was pretty broken, as when you get bump draft, it's pretty much a penalty fest and SR down festivals. Pretty much sure that more than 100 people were pretty much got DR reset to DE because of this stupid race. So, for me it's 2021 in the UK. Well, I can see that this race was pretty much taken from North America. But we hope to see you a little bit later.